How to do and what it be, my beloved peeps. It is I, Lady Walker, and welcome to Lady Walker, etc. Okay? Lady Walker, etc. Lady Walker, etc. Lady Walker, etc. Coming at ya, yeah. Okay, let me give you the 411 on what Lady Walker, etc. is all about. It is about me sharing my perspective, my viewpoint, aka opinion on any and everything under the sun, okay? On topics of interest that's interest me. Put it that way, okay? It must interest me in order for me to give you my perspective upon it. Okay, and guess what? I invite you to do the same. Please feel free to chime in, okay, with whatever I am talking about. Okay, and let me see what else. Is there anything else? Okay, I got my notes. I got my glasses, I got my pen, just in case I need it. You know, I realized I would not be in bondage to not having my notes, okay? To having notes, because I am not going to try and remember what I am going to be sharing with you. I need to look and see, make sure I touched upon what I need to touch upon, okay? Okay, love. Now, let me see, is there anything else I need to tell you about Lady Walker, etc.? Well, anywho, that's what it is. I am going to do it my way. Yes, doing it my way. Okay, first topic. This first topic is, well, I was going to say trendy because I was going to get ahead of myself, but I am not. This first topic is something that I did talk about on one of my Facebook upload. And I didn't go, I think I probably just skimmed the surface of it, and I'm not going to talk that long on it even now. But I just want to talk a little bit more about it, and that is about the pedestal. Yes, the pedestal. What is the pedestal, Lady Walker? Well, the pedestal that I am talking about is the pedestal where we put people, or we put a person, or we put people, okay, on that pedestal, because we look at these people as being perfect. And first of all, how do we put these people on a pedestal? That's the thing. How do we put those people or that person or whomever it may be up on that pedestal? Well, we put them up on a pedestal by the way of the love that we have for them, the admiration that we have for them. And for some people, they worship them. That's how they get up there. You worship them, you idolize them, you are obsessed. Well, maybe not you, maybe not you, but some people just are obsessed with the people they put up on that pedestal. And that's how they get up there. Okay, I put them up there because I love them, because I admire them. And there is nothing wrong with loving somebody and admiring other people. There's nothing wrong with that. It is when it becomes such an obsession with people. People will do all kinds of crazy things when they are obsessed with certain people. Now you have heard, I know you have, some of you have heard, you have not been living under a rock. So I know that you have heard of some people when they go to a concert. This is dealing with music artists, musicians, singers, whatever names they go by. They go to a concert, you got people just fainting because they are in the presence of these people that they idolize. They faint, they cry, they scream, and nothing is wrong with screaming. Yay! I don't have that screaming voice. And there, again, I would say there is nothing wrong with admiring someone for their gifts, their talent, their leadership ability, or whatever it may be. There's nothing wrong with that. But something becomes wrong with it when you obsess with them. Speaking of obsession, you know what? There are people who are so obsessed with various celebs that they will stalk them and will try to bring harm against them. This is a diabolical kind of obsession. Something is wrong there, okay? But anywho, that is how they get up on that pedestal, by the love, the admiration, the obsession, the worshiping, the idolizing, and all of that. And I will say it again, I will repeat, I will regurgitate. There is nothing wrong with loving somebody and admiring someone. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, the thing about that is, well, let me tell you who those people are that we may put up on a pedestal. Now, there's nothing wrong with putting your parents up on a pedestal. If you admire your parents for whatever reason, there is nothing wrong with that, okay? But when you put them up there, just know that they are not perfect, that they make mistakes, okay? So you have to be careful putting people up on a pedestal, think that they can do no wrong, because they can, okay? Because they can. And but there is nothing wrong with putting your mom or your dad or even both, or either grandparents or friends or somebody up on. I don't think you know what, I don't put people up on a pedestal, not that I recall. But anywho, also many of people put celebs on a pedestal. They put those celebrities on a pedestal, and let me tell you, now everybody who's an actor or an actress, they're not all looked upon as being celebs. They are not all looked upon as being that. There are certain attributes or criteria that makes a person a celeb, and it depends upon the media exposure. It depends upon the media exposure and also the wealth and all of that. Now, also, you don't have to have a whole lot, but long as you are getting that media exposure, you may become a celeb. But again, the people that is considered to be celeb, if they have various things, or actresses, actors, you got sports figure, sports entertainer, you have musicians, singers, artists, you have, let me see, designers. There are designers, fashion designers, and I got some written down here. I need to rely on my notes, okay? If I can find what I did with it. If not, all you think I would just do is put on my glasses. You know, I got some notes here, and I thought I would be able to go right to it where I wouldn't have this situation. Also, these are some people who will probably be considered as celebs, okay? Models, not all models, but there are some models out there depending on the media exposure that they get. Pastors, oh yes, bishops and pastors, there are Christian celebs, they are out there. Reality stars, rappers, okie dokie, comedian, talk show hosts. There are a slew of people that can fall under the title of celeb, okay? Again, I say that it depends upon the media exposure that they get, as well as what kind of money they have in their bank. And, and a celeb can get media exposure even when they do something wrong. I mean, something just ridiculous, something that's just like immoral, okay, as well as moral. They can become a celeb, or be looked upon as a celeb from that standpoint. But again, I say they are put up on that pedestal by you, me, and then the media, going back to the media sometimes, they show these people all the time. They are before us. If you look at TV, you listen to radio, you look at movies, you're on the internet, a lot of people are always talked about. They'll talk about what they wear, what they are wearing, what they are eating, who they are dating, who they are marrying, who they are engaged to, what social ill that they have done, how they got their makeup, or how they are not wearing any makeup, what they are driving, who they are friends with. It is so many things that the media will focus on when it comes to these people, which is why they stay in the forefront. They stay in the forefront, and it's more like the media is feeding us to like these people, feeding us to like these people. And they be, then we look at them as A-list celebs, okay? But just be careful on putting these people up on a pedestal, because these people make mistakes. They make mistakes. Some of them make big mistakes, okay? And when they make those mistakes and when they fall from that grace, that pedestal grace or the grace that you have towards them, when they fall, then I tell you what, it's a terrible, terrible thing. And then you start feeling bad because they let you down. I wasn't expecting you to be that type of person. And let me tell you this. The people, the celebs that are before us, let me tell you, when they are out in front of people, they are one way. Maybe not all of them, but they are one way. They are the way that they want us to see them, you know. And then behind the scene, they are somebody totally different, okay? Now, bear in mind, they are selling you this public image. They're not trying to sell you the image that is behind closed doors. Okay, though. So you have to be careful. I know young people, teens, and all of that. Of course, they fall head over heel with various rappers, music artists, just a whole lot of people that they may fall for because they think this person is perfect. They see this glamorous life that the media show us. And I got to tell you, YouTube is a form of media. YouTube is a form of media, not just TV, but we know TV, okay, is a form of media. Radio is a form of media. We know the movies, you go into the movies, whatever, that's a form of media. And again, social media, and a lot of celebs have hooked up with social media sites, you know, because they know that they will have followers, etc., etc., etc. But what's the point in me telling you this? Just so that when you put someone up on a pedestal, just know that they can fall from that pedestal. And don't you attach your identity to the person who's up on that pedestal, just in case that person falls from that pedestal. Okay? Because that person certainly will. That person can't live up to your unrealistic expectation. Because when you put a person up there via your love, your admiration, your worshiping and idolizing obsession of this person, that person cannot live the way you want him or her to live, you know, with those unrealistic expectations. Me, myself, and I don't even think about it. Don't think about putting me up on a pedestal because I know me. I can't, I don't like that kind of height. Anyway, okay, don't put me up on a pedestal because I'm telling you, I got some flaws. Oh yes, I got some flaws. But beloved, I'm just telling you this so that not just, you know, they have something to talk about, which is nothing wrong with having something to talk about. It's like, just know that when you put these people up that high, these people are not able to live up to that pedestal. They're not able to live up to your very high expectations, okay, of them, because you can't even live up to yours. So how you expect for this person who is a human, no human being is perfect. Get that out of your head. Now, of course, we don't expect for certain people to do certain things, okay? Listen, I know sometimes we look at certain people as a role model. Be very careful on that. Be very careful on who you make out to be your role model, because you will at some point in time maybe be disappointed when they are not who you think they were, that public image that they portray to be. Again, not all of them are that way, but I'm just saying, just know that that can happen. There are many people that I didn't name, you know, as in profession, who are being put up on a pedestal. But let me go back to the church, okay? Let me go back to the church. Again, as I said before, there are Christian celebs, okay? And we look at these people as being God, because especially as a pastor, bishop, evangelist, prophet, or whatever, we look at these people as being so close to God. Even the priest, yeah, wow. That's a topic in and of itself. I'll get to that too. Okay, one day I'll get to that. The priest. Okay, yeah. Anywho, you look at these people as being so close to God. They say they can hear from God. Yada 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 yada, and we don't expect for them to make any mistakes. We expect for these people to be perfect, and behind closed doors, these people are just not who they appear to be before us, okay? And when these people miss the mark, when they sin, when they miss the mark, then we want to relinquish our relationship with God the Father, okay? We want to relinquish that relationship because of that pastor, whether it's a female or a woman, fell from grace, did something they shouldn't have done. And then we just want to completely sever that relationship with God Almighty. That's because we put that person on a pedestal. When I look at pastors, sometimes it's just like I admire that pastor for bringing forth the word of God the way he or she does. They seem to know what they're talking about. Now, sometimes you can teach and you can preach, but you may not be practicing what you are teaching and preaching, okay? So anywho, this is about the pedestal. Okay, moving on to another interesting topic. Yes, and it is, who do you believe to be responsible for cheating on their partner? Who you believe to be responsible for cheating on their partner? In other words, if it's a marriage, if the man cheats on his wife, if the woman cheats on her husband, if the boyfriend cheats on his girlfriend, or the girlfriend cheats on her husband, who is responsible? Is it A, the man or the woman who cheats, which is considered as the cheater? B, is it the cheatee, the person who is being cheated with the husband or the wife, the boyfriend or the girlfriend? Or is it C, the devil? The devil, you know the saying, the devil made me do it. Is it the devil? Is it the cheater's young self? The cheater is an adult, okay? But is it that young person that he or she used to be when they were younger, 15, 16-year-old? Is it that person that is responsible, that's causing this person to cheat on his partner or his wife? Or D, is it all of the above? All of the above. Who's responsible? Well, let me tell you whom I believe to be responsible for the cheating. I would say it's the man or the woman who cheats, okay? It's the cheater, the husband or the wife who cheats. Whichever one cheats, that's who's responsible. Not the devil. As I said, we know the devil can, dangle temptation before you. He can dangle it, yes, make it look real good. But it's not the devil. It's not. Satan cannot make you do anything against your will. Okay? And it's certainly not the person you are cheating with, be it a man or a woman. It's not that person. It's not that person's responsibility to uphold your commitment to that man or woman that you are cheating on. And it's certainly not your 15-year-old or 16-year-old self, okay? You can't be bringing that crap on into your adulthood. That's something you got to squash and quit trying to bail out and excuse yourself as an adult that it wasn't you, it was that 15 or 16-year-old person that you used to be. No. But it's the person who did the cheating. You are the one who's responsible for cheating. So that's my saying. You guys, what do you all think? Let me know, what do you think? As well as let me know about the pedestal. What's your thought on the pedestal? Okay? So listen up, love. I'm getting ready to wind it up. bring it down as I should. I was going to say as always, but bring it down as I should. Also subscribe. Oh Lord, subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Now let me tell you something. I won't always talk on celebs, okay? I will talk on non-celebs issues, life lessons, just everyday living, everyday goodies and everyday not so goodies or whatever. I am going to talk on a gamut of issues and topics, okay? It's just not going to be just based upon celebs. That's not happening. That's not where my heart is. And yes, from time to time, I will certainly talk on them. Also, bear in mind, I won't always, you won't always see my face, but you will hear her, but you will hear my voice, okay? Because I don't always want to get made up and get before the camera. So sometimes you will see my face, and sometimes you will just hear my voice, but you won't see my face live like I am now. So in the meantime, my love, I gotta go. You know it has been what? Real. So I am going to plant you now and dig you later. Ta-ta.